YouTube. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast talking Auburn football. Like this video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon SpeaksSports-Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. All right, so Auburn has inked an offensive coordinator in Chad Morris out of Arkansas. I advise all Auburn fans considering how Gus Malzahn has handled his offensive coordinator situation over the past few years to just have kind of a wait-and-see type deal when it comes to that, because you just don't know what the approach is going to be, what the dynamic between Chad Morris and Gus Malzahn will be. Of course, they have had interactions throughout the years and have become friends. Big shout-out to Chad Morris, new offensive coordinator. Now, speaking of coordinators, Travis Williams, co-defensive coordinator, also linebackers coach, he was faced with one of the most intriguing challenges of his linebacker coaching career. Now, he had the comfort of having Deshaun Davis, Darrell Williams, and Montavious Atkinson as experienced linebackers. They were pretty sound. They struggled a little bit on the edge because of speed. They didn't have as much range as, linebackers are needing to have because of the speed of quarterbacks, the speed of running backs, and teams' tendency to attack the edge a lot. They were more of the traditional linebackers, like similar to what Auburn had back in 2000, the 2010s and 2004. Well, maybe not 2004, because Travis Williams, who also played football for Auburn, all SEC linebacker, his linebacking core were, somewhat undersized back in 2004. But either way, he was faced with the challenge of having to replace an entire defensive squad that had played together for at least a couple of years, and sandwiching that in with having enough trust to give Owen Pappoe, one of the top linebackers of the 2019 recruiting class, a shot. Owen Pappoe, very impressive. Owen Pappoe, very mature for his experience level. Also sandwiched that in with KJ Britt taking over the Mike linebacker position that Deshaun Davis held for a good couple of years, and then having to replace the Sam linebacker as well, which was alternated between Zacoby McClain and company. Now, here's the thing. It was such a unique challenge because, for one, you have one of the toughest slates in all of college football to begin with. If you look at the top 25, the top 10, you will see several teams that Auburn has taken on this year, including Georgia, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, LSU. Toughest schedule in the nation. But I think Travis Williams exceeded expectation by he and Kevin Steele, Wesley McGriff, Woodson, those guys got together, Rodney Garner, got together and garnished one of the better defenses in the country. Only allowing about 18 points per game. The most points allowed was 45 points. That was against Alabama. But after that, the most points scored on these guys was 24 points. Travis Williams solidified his place and his respectability even more so because of the performances of this year. Having to have basically a brand new squad at linebacker. These guys perform admirably, continue to make big plays, continue to be in good position, especially on the edge, which was something that was lacking. Meeting some of the goals statistically, especially with run yards per rush. Big shout out to Travis Williams for passing the test. I wasn't sure, because when you have to replace, especially a Mike linebacker, a quarterback at that linebacker position, a navigator, if you will, it can be kind of difficult. And KJ Britt, we tip our hats off to him. SEC, all SEC selection at linebacker. First team, if you're looking at the Associated Press version of the all SEC team. So, excuse me, I think it's safe to say that Travis Williams passed the test. We look forward to the future. He's a great recruiter. Has a lot of guys on the docket as far as, future recruits for the Auburn Tigers, which we will talk about within the next few days and weeks. Early signing period is coming up real soon. Auburn basketball will be back in action in a couple of days. Go ahead and like this video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.